I'm Nandini Shivalingam. Today I am going to give presentation on Jazzle technology. So before entering into what is Jazzle technology, let me say some features and challenges involved in Java. First of all, the feature of Java is it is a write once run anywhere model, that is WARA model. Here, because of this feature of Java, for ideal mobile application development, getting Java on a portable devices was very difficult. So because of that, there is a challenge faced by Java. How can Java can be integrated and accelerated to execute any sophisticated applications within the constraints like space, memory, power and cost. So within all these constraints, how can Java can be integrated and it can be accelerated, and how the it can be entered into Java portable devices. So this is the challenge faced by Java here, and so in this rapidly developing market for any Java applications, there is as I said, the challenge faced by Java is this, and for that Java acceleration environment for execution of this Java is provided by this Jazzle technology by ARM processor, and thus Java execution can be accelerated by using two techniques. One is software acceleration and another is hardware acceleration. In the software acceleration, the Java execution can be done using a software acceleration, but because of this there are many disadvantages. That is, it is unsuitable for any portable or any low-cost system, and if the Java execution is done using hardware, and in this hardware acceleration it requires additional space plus power, and also it doesn't maximize any speed. So these are all the drawbacks faced in this traditional acceleration systems, and in this traditional acceleration systems, software applications like JVM and JIT compilers, and hardware products like Java coprocessor and dedicated Java processor. This is a software solution for this acceleration technique, and this is a hardware solution for this hardware acceleration technique. But depending on the system, the level of acceleration may range from 2 to 10 times faster, for which we are using the hardware and software solutions. But the disadvantages here using this both solutions is also cost, memory, space and everything. In particularly, the drawbacks of JVM is it can offer sufficient memory efficiency, but it is incapable of providing adequate performance unless it can provide a performance only when a high performance processor is used. That is one drawback in this JVM. In JIT compiler, there is another drawback. This is efficient only for desktop computers, but it is unsuitable for any portable or any low-cost system. These are drawbacks in this JVM and JIT compiler of software solution. So because of this, a hybrid solution called architectural extension is introduced here. This architectural extension is used. It is a solution which is provided by ARM, and it is ARM and Java acceleration. There is increasing demand from any ARM customers for better Java performance. So because of that, execution of Java in a hardware had taken place, that is integrating the Java execution into the code. This is the birth of Jazzle here. And in this architectural extension, it is a combination of hardware plus software solution. So it is both a combination of hardware plus software solution. Not only individual hardware, any software, but it is combined here. And another thing is the performance can be increased. Performance can be increased with this architecture extension within the power and cost constraints. And another thing is it reuses all the existing processor resources. So there is no need to re-engineering the existing architecture. So this is another advantage of this architectural extension, and also this Jazzle technology is it offers a combination of useful combination of high performance plus low system cost and low power demand. So these all provided by Jazil technology, but this cannot be matched with any JIT compilation or any JVM virtual machines. And this Jazil technology is an extension that is added to the ARM, that is was leading 32-bit embedded RISC architecture, and it enables the ARM processor to execute Java bytecode directly in a hardware, and also it provides unparalleled performance within this ARM architecture. So coming on to the ARM is an advanced RISC machine. And this RISC is reduced instruction set computing. This advanced RISC machine is it is most commonly used in mobile and embedded electronics, and in this RISC, this is reduced instruction set computing. It is used because it can minimize the instruction as much as possible. That is, it simplifies the instruction, and also using this RISC instruction set, the performance can be increased, and there is a faster execution for each instruction, and also it requires more complex coding here. So this about the RISC, and this Jazil technology is an extension added to the ARM embedded RISC architecture. Then the functionality in ARM V5 architecture is everything is based on thumb EE mode and then just compiler mode. And next thing is this architectural extension, and this Jazil technology architectural extensions is hardware plus software. So that hardware extensions are it will be available with over any silicon partners, ARM partners, and the software extensions will be directly pre-integrated into a Java platform, which is also available from any software partners. And this is the thing here. Then coming on to Jazil DBX. This Jazil DBX is Jazil Direct Bytecode Execution. This stands for Direct Bytecode Execution. So it offers many ARM processors to execute the Java bytecode directly in the processor board, and which also offers optimum performance, and it provides many application compatibility without there is no need to require any external memory or external hardware. So this Jazil DBX is used for direct bytecode execution, and then this Jazil functionality is specified in ARM V5 TEJ architecture, and the first Jazil the first processor which uses Jazil technology is ARM 926EJ. This is the processor which has first for Jazil technology. This J stands for Jazil, and this is Jazil DBX, and next thing is Jazil RCT. It stands for Runtime Compilation Target. This Jazil RCT is used to, it is used by many. It is used by thumb EE mode, and also it supports both JIT and AOT compilers. So JIT is just-in-time compiler method, and AOT is ahead-of-time compiler method, and this is used by this Jazil RCT is used with this both compiler, and also this Jazil DBX. The main use of this Jazil DBX is mobile manufacturers can use this Jazil DBX. They can use for to enhancing the speed of any Java applications, that is Java ME games and applications. To enhance the speed of that, this Jazil technology used by mobile manufacturers, and it is one of the application. Then coming on to this JIT and AOT compiler. This JIT compiler is just-in-time compiler. So here first code is interpreted. That is, code is compiled first, and it is profiled to find most frequently execution code. That is about just JIT compiler. This is a very fast compiler, and AOT compiler is here code is compiled while downloading and installing on the server, or while installing on the after downloaded purpose, or while installing itself. So this is about JIT compiler and AOT compiler. This both compilers used in Jazil runtime compilation target. So that's about this Jazil DBX, and then comes applications of this Jazzle technology is it is widely used in wireless applications and in home entertainment, home automation and automotive applications. For the wireless applications, it may be a smartphone, any PDAs, and in home entertainment, it can be set-top boxes or Java enabled e-commerce, banking, and in home automotive, this can be for security applications or any building applications, and in automotive it can be video or audio applications. Then the performance provided by this Jazzle technology without any penalty can be that it can be used in the real-time performance, and the performance is very high here, and the silicon system on chip which is used here is very low, and power consumption will be very low. Then there will be ease of system integration. Then the memory footprint which is used in the Jazzle technology is very compact, and then the main thing is instruction pipeline. So in this instruction pipeline, there will be 3 stages: fetch stage, decode stage, and an execute stage. So to create a Jazzle in a instruction set, a third instruction set, there are already because of ARM instruction set, it provides two instruction set. One is 32-bit ARM instruction set, ARM IS, and another is 16-bit thumb instruction set. This is provided by the ARM instruction set architecture. So this 32-bit ARM instruction set is here. It contains instructions which are 32-bit long, and thumb instruction set it is compressed. That is, most frequently used instructions are compressed, and it is 16-bit long. So with this 2 instruction set, a third instruction set is added to create a Jazzle. That third instruction set is nothing but a Java bytecode. So this Java bytecode is added to the instruction set that is already predefined, and this instruction support is used for any applications that is Java entering and exiting applications. This can be used in the Java applications. In this, the Java bytecode third execution state creates a state which will act like a Java machine, and it will be like a Java processor. So there will be a 2-in-1 processor. So once the processor is entered into a Java state, it acts like a Java processor, or if it is not entered into a Java state, it may be a ARM processor or a thumb processor. So within the ARM processor there will be ARM state, and in thumb processor there will be a thumb state, and in this Jazzle Java bytecode state will be present here. This is about this decode stage. So in the fetch stage, it will get the instruction from the memory and it tells what to do with the data. And in the decode stage, it decides which mode to be executed, and it gets the instruction, and what the instruction means is decided in this decode stage. And finally, in the execute stage, the instruction it performs the instruction which is given here. It may be it may be given by ARM or thumb or a Jazzle state. So everything is performed in the execute part, and that's about this instruction pipeline. Because of here AOT compiler and JIT compiler is used. In this AOT compiler, the performance will be very low, and in the JIT compiler, memory is not efficient. So because of this AOT and JIT is a method for Java bytecode execution. So another thing is the direct interpretation. It is a normal Java bytecode execution. So here the bytecode is directly converted into a machine code using this direct interpretation. The drawback, that is pros and cons in this direct interpretation, is the performance will be very low, and it takes a large memory. And in the second step, it is AOT, and in the JIT. In these 3 cases, there is some drawback, and finally there is a fourth method for Java bytecode execution is a Jazzle. So because of this Jazzle, it offers a combination of high performance, low system cost, and low power and low memory. That's about this method for Java bytecode. And so now to enter into Jazzle mode, So how the how the processor is entered into a Jazz mode in this instruction pipeline is explained as, so there is pipeline stages like fetch, decode and execute. So each instruction is gathered in the fetch stage and it is decided which to be executed in the decode stage. First of all, there is a ARM has 37 32-bit registers. So in this 37 registers, one register is used for PC and another is used for CPSR, and 5 registers used for SPSR and 30 registers used for GPR. And this CPSR is current program status register and SPSR is saved program status register. So mainly this current program status register is used to track the current status of the program. This is used here. So to track the current status of the program, CPSR register is used. In the CPSR, 2 bits are predefined, that is J and T. So this J denotes whether the processor is in a Jazz mode, Jazz state, and this T denotes whether the processor is in an ARM state or a thumb state. So for this indication, this J and T bits are used, and here so when this J and T is 0 or 1, so combination of the 0 and 1, the instruction set is defined for 4 things. One is if the both J and T is 0 and 0, that is then the instruction set used here is ARM. And if the Jth bit is 0 and 1, T is 1, then that is thumb. If the both are 1, then the Jazz mode is executed, and 1 and 0 Jazz will be executed. If both are 1, thumb EE mode. Here this J denotes Jazz. So when this Jazz is 1, it goes into a Jazz state, and if it is 0 and the T bit is 1, then it will be a thumb. If both are 0, then it will be a ARM. And finally, if both are 1, it will be thumb EE stage. That is, thumb EE is used in ARM, V7 architecture and Cortex A8 and Cortex A9. Here the targets compiled using JIT compilation will be 16-bit or a 32-bit instruction set in this thumb EE mode. And that's about this instruction pipeline. Next, we come across Jazz technology virtual machine interface. So this is a virtual machine interface. In this interface, there will be, here the processor is Jazz accelerated ARM processor, and above that there is Jazz support code and native OS, verifier, class loader, garbage collector, processor, memory manager. So this ARM processor, this Jazz accelerated ARM processor. So the Jazz enabled core will be it is integrated in only 2 processor. One is ARM 926EJ processor and another is ARM 7EJ processor. So these are the 2 cores which supports this Jazz technology processor. So this Jazz accelerated ARM processor can be ARM 7EJ processor, or it can be 926EJ processor, which is first processor to use this Jazz technology. And it can be either the 2 processor and the Jazz support code. So this Jazz support code, it is optimized for maximizing the speed and the size, and this Jazz support code is used for maximizing size and the speed. So this support code, if it is has had sunrises, so it can be used for to make use of all the benefits which is provided by the virtual machine interface. So mainly for that thing Jazz support code is used, and it provides simple and a progressive method for integrating the Jazz technology into any system. That's about Jazz support code. And there will be native OS, processor, memory manager. The processor memory manager is used for the management of process running behind this processor and the memory which is used by the processor. Then garbage collector. Here the objects which is the unwanted objects are garbage collected by using this. And class loader, it is an object to it is used for loading all the classes, and this class loader uses the JRE and Java runtime environment. Then above that there is the Java application. This everything is called as JTEK, Java Technology Enabling Kit, and this Java Technology Enabling Kit is available for PJava. PJava is classified as personal Java, and KVM, then CVM. So personal Java is a Sun solution for JVM, and KVM was scaled down virtual machine. So this scaled down virtual machine is used for any mobile platforms like for smaller mobile phones, and it has less user interface applications. Then CVM. CVM is a Java compliant virtual machine. It uses the latest Java technology and it uses many functionality which is used for high-end applications like PDA or web pads. And this is personal Java, JVM and KVM. These are all the Java technology enabling kit is available for all these things. And this about Java Technology Enabling Kit, and it comprises of Java support, Jazz support code and documentation tools that is used for interfacing the hardware and the virtual machine here. So, and the remote methods which is used in this virtual machine interface, native methods. Native methods are nothing but the methods used that is written implemented in a language other than Java. The native application. That's about Jazz Technology Virtual Machine Interface. Then we come across ARM7EJ processor. In this ARM7EJ processor, the architecture implemented here is ARM version 5 TEJ. This architecture is implemented in this ARM7EJ processor. So in this architecture, it has 3 instruction sets. One is 32-bit and 16-bit instruction set, then 8-bit instruction set. So this architecture consists of 3 instruction set. 32-bit instruction set is nothing but ARM, and 16-bit will be a thumb, and 8-bit is a third instruction set that is used for entering into Jazz state, which is Java bytecode. These are the 3 instruction set, and in this ARM instruction set, every instructions are 32-bit long, and in thumb instruction set, the most frequently used instructions are compressed, and it is in 16-bit long. And for the Java bytecode execution, 8-bit long instruction set is used in this architecture. Then here ETM interface. ETM is embedded trace macro cell interface. This interface is used for connecting the processor with the ETM, which is outside the architecture, and this ETM is used for to trace the capabilities used in this processor, and the bus interface unit. This bus interface unit is used for the connecting the processor with the rest of the PC, and this bus interface unit is responsible for responding to all the signals that is connecting all the signals that is coming from the processor to outside, and also it generates signals that to provide a signals for the outside of the processor. And next thing is coprocessor interface. This interface is used for connecting ARM processor to the external coprocessor, which is used at that side. And next we come across Jazz and ARM architecture extensions for Java applications. So the Java application which has this Jazz and ARM architecture extensions are many, and in these applications there is a strong revenue-driven incentive for a part of service providers to deliver highly interactive new products. And example for that is it may be home shopping or financial and games and in internet-based web services, everything. And in all the typical appliance targets of this Jazzle ARM architecture extension with for Java application will be WebPad or PDAs and internet-enabled wireless handsets or mobile phones. Then home gateway. Here the home gateway can be a cable or any set-top boxes, and these are all the typical applications which is targeted by this Jazzle technology. And when we come across this mobile network, in the mobile network there are many new technologies and new updates launched over here because of this Jazzle technology with ARM processor. And the ARM processor, the latest ARM processor has many inbuilt features, and also it is this ARM processor is the less cost when compared with other processor, and it provides more security and it enhances security by implementing the Jazzle technology in this in all this application. In mobile network, for latest mobile phones, ARM 11 processor is used, and for any contemporary mobile devices, ARM 7 processor is used. So here the technology is updated from ARM 7 processor to ARM 11 processor to enhance more security and also cost effective. It provides in ARM 11, because of this it is very cost effective. And in the mobile network, in any new latest mobile, for example, and the Docomo has manufactured a new mobile handset that is based on Jazzle technology, which has a relationship with the cloud computing also, that is named as NTT Docomo FOMA handset. And this is manufactured in Japan, that is manufactured only particularly for Indians. This NTT Docomo FOMA handset with the Jazzle technology is cost effective, and also it enhances more security with this technology. This is example for this mobile network. And when coming into the laptop, the new laptops that is given by the Google Chrome, it also provides more security, and the performance is also increased here, and the power consumption is also very low here. And when we come across this home gateway, for a home gateway, example can be a Samsung's Blu-ray disc. Samsung has invented a Blu-ray disc. So using this Blu-ray disc, it can be used for many applications, like it can be used for giving any input, or it can be used for wireless technologies. And using this Blu-ray disc, the TV can be connected, and or any other application for a security related functions in a home. Example, for providing security to the door, everything, and it can be used in micro oven. These are all the applications used by this Blu-ray disc. So this Blu-ray disc has various applications. So there is no need of providing any particular security function for all this. So wireless also can be done here, TV can be done, and security for the home. Everything can be done with this one thing called Blu-ray disc. So this provides more security, and it can be either connected through a cable or a satellite set-top box. So if you are connected to a satellite set-top box, it can be connected directly, and through cable means from satellite it receives from satellite it receives that thing, and giving to the server. From the server through the cable, the home gateway is connected. That's about this Blu-ray disc. So it provides more security with this Jazzle technology. Then Linux. So when come across this laptop, embedded Linux is given. So how the embedded Linux is controlled using this Jazzle technology in the sense, in ARM 9 processor. In ARM 9 processor, with this there lies a Jazzle technology, and it can assist the Java bytecode execution. So using that, embedded Linux is also assisted over here. Then how the hardware, how the Jazzle technology is implemented, which hardware requirements are used for this Jazzle technology in the sense of multi-ICE point. hardware required to implement this Jazzel technology on particular applications. And then the features of this Jazzel technology can be the Java bytecode execution is very efficient. Then the system cost is also very low. Power consumption is low. Then a single chip MCU, that is microcontroller unit or a DSP, signal processing, or any Java solutions are all single chip. And there is no duplication of any on-chip memory. Since the memory can be given, if you are taking the Blu-ray disc, the memory stick is attached to that, and in mobile network also there is a memory card. So everything there is on-chip memory. So there is no need for any duplication of memory over here. Then the JIT compiler is used here, and it doesn't have any drawbacks. Then there are number of CPU cores integrated with it. Finally, the integration of this any ACI, and ASSP integration can be done, which has reduced time to market, and it supports leading Java runtimes, and it supports middleware or leading OS. Finally, the reason why I had given as a cloud here in the birth of Jazzel, the reason why I given as a cloud is because recently new technology update given by the former handset is based on this Jazzel technology plus cloud. So the main thing here is cloud technology is combined with Jazzel. So the both has relationship. Jazzel has relationship with the cloud. That's the reason why I have given here as a cloud based format. So then finally advantage of this Jazzel technology is it provides optimum the high performance and low cost, low power demand, and it has more efficiency. Thank you.